Today we're attending a truck meet in Riverbend Springs. We've got some insane lifted trucks. Let's get into it. All right, guys, we are flying here because I am late for my truck meet. We have to get on the ferry. It should be here any second. Oh, it's on the other side of the river, and we're heading over to a local truck meet here in Riverbend Springs. It's the first one of the season, and we've got the new Ford with us today. So this thing should be pretty cool. We're going to meet with a couple guys there. We're going to be able to test drive some trucks and see if we want to buy anything different. But we've got the stars in the roof. This thing is kitted out pretty well. So we're going to get on the ferry here. It's just about to arrive, and then we'll be pulling up to a Barndominium for this truck meet. It's the first one we've done at a Barndominium, but it should be pretty cool. It's a nice place. We can check it out, and we've got one ourselves back at home. All right, barriers up, boys. Let's load up and get heading across the river. This is the quickest way to get there. Oh, not the water. Jeez, that was close. And there we go. The ship is sailing. All right, guys, we'll see you on the other side of the river, and we'll be pulling up here very shortly. The nice thing is when we get off of the ferry, it's almost just right up the road, so we'll be there quickly. If you guys are excited for this truck meet, drop a big thumbs up down below. Here we go, boys. We're about to take off like a rocket in 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Let's go. All right, we should be pulling up here. Let's take a right hand. Oh, that was a wide turn. And this is the Barndominium, so I can see a few trucks. We are late, so I think everybody's inside already, but they've already test drove all the trucks. I told them they can come out and drive ours, but we want to drive some. So they left the keys in all the trucks, and we get to drive them. We'll go inside at the end and check everything out. But yeah, let's back in, line up with the rest of the trucks here. Oh, that's too close. There we go. That should be good right about there. All right. So we got our Ford here. There's a lot of different brands. We got GMC, Chevy. Oh, what is that? John Deere, Ram. Dang, that thing's pretty nice. All right, well, let's take this thing for a spin. Riverbend Springs FSMR Ranch. And then somebody brought a gosh dang semi truck. All right. Look at this. A Kenworth T610. This is a nice semi. Okay, pretty cool. We'll probably take this thing for a spin. The guy said we can. So, all right, let's check it all out. So the first one we've got is a Dodge Ram. This is a dually. This thing's got the stacks on the back. This is pretty epic. Got some nice wheels. What are these brands? I want to say JTX, but I'm not sure on those rims. Anyhow, these ones will get the TIS. Those are TIS, and then these are Liberty Forged. So pretty nice setup of wheels on these trucks, I do have to say. So we're going to check out this truck. This is the Dodge Ram, the dually. He's got some nice wheels on this thing, I do say. Those are not stock. And then, yeah, we're going to take it for a spin. I think he's got it upgraded like 1,000 horsepower. Train horns. You get the exhaust stack. This is epic. And then a Dodge truck usually comes with those tow hooks, and then there's a winch on the front, so pretty nice. And then we got a Chevy here. Check this beast out. The ZR2 with BF Goodrich and Liberty Forged wheels. Okay, this one's pretty interesting because if you look, there's the Fox live valve suspension and turning in this thing. Look at the, oh my gosh, that's a pretty healthy setup, I do have to say. And then there's like a nice size lift underneath, and then what's on the back? Okay, this got the full like roll bar thing. That's nice. And then there's the top light bar rack and everything. Pretty cool. And then we got a GMC here. This thing's pretty stock, I do have to say. This guy just threw some wheels on it and called it a day. I don't see anything crazy, but we'll still just take it for a spin. He said it's a good riding truck with those wheels, so I'll test them out. And then we got the Kenworth. We already ran through this thing, so let's take the Dodge for a spin. See how it does. Here we go. Fire it up. Oh, this is way nicer than my truck. Look at the interior screen. Oh, whoa, what is that? That guy has got some speakers in the back. Lee. That is a healthy setup, like we said. Geez. All right, this is cool. Let's take it for a spin. It rolls cold, too. All right, we're barely idling out of here. This thing's already smoking. All right. Oh, it sounds good, too. Hold on, let's hit the train horns. They're not too loud. Probably needs a larger compressor or something. This thing is nice. There we go, boys. Let's roll. 120. Jeez, this thing is quick. Yeah, he put 1,000 horsepower. Hold on. So if you actually let off the throttle, you're going to be able to hear this cool sound. Ready? Did you hear that? There's like a little like squeal as soon as you let off like third gear. Things got like a crazy exhaust sound. All right, this is sweet. And then having those stacks mounted right behind the cab, you can hear it so much better. All right, boys, here we go. Let's rip it down the straightaway. Oh, this thing is sick. I do have to say, it fits in the lane pretty good. You're not, going into the other lane at all. This thing's pretty stationary. So, all right, that's good. Let's spin around and go check out the other trucks we've got. All righty, pull them back into the compound. This is actually a pretty cool setup. Our Barndominium doesn't have like a full like concrete road. We're running with some dirt, so we might have to customize that similar to this. And he's got a gray exterior. That thing looks pretty nice, I do have to say. All right, let's back it in. Next up, we're taking the Chevy ZR2 edition, but that thing's built out like crazy. That is close. Guys, I almost just smoked both these trucks. Okay, hold on. Let's use our backup camera. We've got one. All right, next up is the ZR2. Look at the engine in this thing. Is that the same engine that they put in like the ZR2 new Corvette? I think they get the new ZR2. That is insane. Okay, let's jump in this thing. I'm sorry, the ZR1 Corvette. That's the new one that just came out. That thing is insane track vehicle. All right, let's go ahead and fire it up. Oh, that sounded good. Hold on. Turn it off one more time and do it again. That's a V8 motor. Okay, let's close the hood on this thing. There we go. And then look at the interior. That is nice, dude, for a truck. I mean, this is a healthy, like, setup for infotainment system speakers. You get the Bose speakers. All right, this would be a fun truck to drive. All right, let's take this thing on the road. First impressions, it shifts pretty good. Steering is super good. As you can see, we're turning good. You know, with the big wheels, sometimes you get a good problem with that, but no, this one's running good. And honestly, the wheels aren't too big. I think he's got a good size. I would honestly, with this lift kit, go a little bit larger of a tire, but I don't know. I think it drives good with this, most fuel efficient, and then also it doesn't have much tire noise on the road. So I mean, this is a nice truck. Oh, whoa. Wait, I think I know what we should do. We should take this thing on the trails. I don't think he would know. I guess let's just do it and ask for forgiveness. Here we go. Here's the trails, boys. This is what this truck is built for. Let's rip it. Oh, yeah, this thing is quick off-road. This is epic. All right, I think I might have to buy one of these. This is a nice truck. Oh, look at that turn. The braking in a mud was perfect, and then we turned with a perfect approach. This truck is nice. All right, let's get on back. We got a couple more trucks to run through, and I also want to drive that semi-truck. That's the big thing, and I think we're going to do like a towing test with that thing. So, see you back at the Barndominium. All right, back up here. Looks good right about there, boys. Let's go ahead and open up the hood for him again. He probably likes to look at that motor because that thing is nice. All right, I think he's actually a cold air intake on that. I mean, he's got all the components you'd need. This truck is pretty well built out. I'd say out of all the trucks, it's probably the most built out, and then that one's the second most right here. So, all right, we're gonna take the little boring GMC for a spin and see how this thing does. It's the Ultimate Edition, so this is a nice truck. Okay, it's the new one. That's cool. Let's see how it does. Oh, this is a cool camera. Look at this. Okay, we might have to go off-road with this thing as well. Let's hang a left. We'll go a little bit different of a route, see if there's any trails. I think there is some trails right up. Oh, no, not there. Hold on. Right up to the right, there's some trails we can rip through. There we go. Here we go. Let's see what this thing does, boys. Right over the bridge crossing. This is epic. Hey, I do have to say, it's got good power. It's a Duramax diesel motor, so a little bit better towing power probably than that Chevy. That Chevy's too lifted to tow heavy weight, but this thing is probably a good truck to like haul stuff with. The wheels are still great, so all right. Solid truck overall. Let's go test out that semi-truck. I've been kind of wanting to drive that all day. But yeah, we got to get inside and say hi to everybody, but let's go back up to the semi-truck. Look at this camera. This is sweet. They should put this on like all vehicles now. A side view cam. There we go. Looks good. And brake. And finally, we get the Kenworth semi. Look at this beast. Okay, let's fire it up. It's probably got air horns too. Oh, wait, what? The wheels on the right side. Okay, this is interesting. Well, probably driven overseas or something. Look at that. You can switch the signs. Electronically oversized switching signs. That's nice. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. There we go. Alrighty. We're in first gear now. So let's go ahead. Throttle down a little bit. I think it's running good. This thing is loud. It is probably built out. I'm not sure if this guy tows with it, but we're going to go pick up a low loader trailer and not tell him. And we're going to see how much weight this thing can tow. I assume it's going to be a lot, but let's head down the road. Let's see if there's air horns. Hold on. Oh, yep, it is a semi. It definitely has air horns. Okay, this is not loud, though. Let's see how loud they are. Looks like a dual set. Not too loud. It's just your typical air horn, but we're also going to go check out this Jake brake. There we go. Let off the throttle. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, that sounds good. All right. Well, this is going to be a fun semi to test out. We're going to head to the testing site, and that's where our low loader fully loaded with a combine is going to be at, and we'll see what this thing can do. All right. We're pulling in. There is the John Deere S790 loaded onto a trailer, and we're going to be able to test this thing out. One of my buddies got this thing set up for us, so let's back up, get this thing attached, and see if it can pull almost the world's largest combine. This thing is pretty big. All right. Everything should be attached. Look at the size of the wheels on these things. Oh, my gosh. That's what I look like for a reference, and we get the nice American flag on the side of this. It's pretty epic. Look at the wheels are hanging off the side. It's got like the extended rear wheels, so I'm not really sure what that is, but I don't know. It's heavy. I know that. So let's get this thing rolling and see how it does. Oh, we're going downhill right now. I think I want to spin around and do some maneuvers, see how good our semi skills are, but this is definitely an oversized load. So we got the signs on in the front, but check this out. I'm going to go ahead and pull over to this side. Watch out, cars, and then we're going to back up towards the bridge. Ready? Watch this. This is some pretty epic maneuvering, and we got our mirrors mirrors, they don't really work the best. So we'll go third view. We're going to back up towards here. Oh, no, this car's getting closer to us. And then we're going to crank a right-hand turn. I think we're clear now. There we go. Let's crank it. Oh, no, not the mail truck. Not the mail truck. Oh, my gosh. That's cutting it closer. We're going to clear it. Move, buddy. Just barely made it. All right, now we're going uphill. So now we can see the official power test of this thing. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Don't bog down. Don't bog down. Oh, look at that. We're still climbing with the John Deere S790. This thing is nice, too. We're still going uphill with a low loader. I mean, this thing's got a lot of power, and it is definitely letting us know that it's using all of it. I mean, this thing has got a loud exhaust. Oh, cranked around the corner perfectly, but we had to do this because you can't get the perfect test of a semi unless you're hauling something. So, there we go. We're going to drop it off at his farm, and we're going to head back to the truck meet. This guy's probably wondering where his semi's at. Well, we're not going to tell him that, so, we might be able to. We're driving by the Barndominium. Well, that's the farm up there. We got to drop this thing off at real quick, and then we're going to head inside and play some cards with the rest of the guys. All right, the new John Deere S790 is delivered. Let's get this truck on back, and then we're going to head inside like we said. So, guys, it was a pretty epic truck meet. I hope you did enjoy us checking out some trucks. We had some trucks that we haven't seen before. We kind of drove a semi around for those that like to see this stuff, and we're going to head inside and just hang out with the rest of the guys. But if you want to see us do like a full truck meet with a ton of other people, let me know. I'll make sure to be on time next time. That's why we were late. We didn't get to talk to anybody, but maybe we'll do a full-on truck meet next time, guys. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you like trucks, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.